Welcome to Defying Dice, a weekly D&D podcast where me and my friends play Dungeons & Dragons, awkwardly role-playing in front of our mics, and unfortunately, towards the end of the podcast, getting snacky and deciding to eat some chips in front of the mics, and I'm sorry about that. I tried to edit them as best I could, but a few could not be edited out, so I'm sorry about the crunching towards the end. This is our third episode, and our group of adventurers have just found a hidden passage in an old sunken tomb. There are bodies littered in the area, and something skittering in the dark. The party preps for what lays before them, but we'll find out what they find. But before we get into that, I would like to thank you for listening. We really do appreciate it. Unfortunately, this is the last episode where our bard is missing. He will be making his appearance in the next episode, so be prepared for that. This is also the last bit of the recording from our first session that we played and recorded. From editing and the feedback we got, our next recording session will be much better, and I think will be a higher quality show. So we appreciate you sticking with us and getting through our very adolescent, awkward teenage years where we don't understand what mics do, how to get close to them, how to actually sound good, and not to eat or drink in front of the mics because we're not good at podcasting, sorry. Anyway, thank you for listening to Defying Dice, and we hope you enjoy the game, so let's get into it.
Okay, come on, Gnome. Let's go.
You do see Ren kind of go off to the other body really quickly, just to go look at it. And he kind of searches the body for a while. He's like, oh, that's nasty. Ugh. Kind of pokes it a little bit, and it does a little... Backs away. I think it's alive. Still.
Is there a way to tell if it's that creature thing that
I mean,
inhabited his body?
Ren, like, goes away because she's scared. So, I mean, one of you guys can look at it if you want to, but...
I'll poke it with the not sharp part of my spear.
Okay, let's go. Boop.
See if it does something.
Moves a little bit.
Hey, buddy. You alright?
No response.
See how many claw marks on
You
him?
can get closer. Look.
Okay, I want to do an investigation.
Okay. More of this.
Oh boy. Well, 3.
3?
Yeah.
Well, it's fairly obvious, luckily for you. As you get closer, you kind of like grab his head and like, ugh, what's wrong with you? And you look up and you can see his eyes have slightly gotten yellower and almost pulled back. Like his pupils become almost filled with yellow, and there's almost like a slight scale insecty look to it. Mm-hmm. And you can see the slight movement of where his teeth is in the jaw. It looks like almost a mandible is starting to appear insect-wise. It's kind of getting a little bit hairier. And it looks like there is still life in the eyes, but
Fading into
not
something else.
life in the eyes, if you know what I'm saying.
Something else.
Living
That's
but not life.
It doesn't look like... it's hard to explain.
Changing into something else.
Yeah, there's no conscious realization that you're there.
Perfect.
He's not alive, but he's alive.
Get it?
It's not moving at all.
Do you.
I will stab it in the leg.
Okay.
Right through with the spear.
Okay.
13.
13? Yeah, you hit it. He's stationary there. You go right into the leg and hear a little of that... Like almost... you know how it is, like crushing a beetle? Mm-hmm. That type of feeling. It's not soft skin that you poke into. It's almost that...
Shell.
That shell on the edge.
Exoskeleton.
Yeah, punches through like a dried grasshopper, that type of style. You can see it kind of winces in pain, but not much movement. There is still life to it.
Stab it again.
Throw it in the water.
A little bit higher up the leg.
A little bit higher up the leg. Same thing, that same little crunch. And it's still...
Oh, how come I'm the only one doing something? I repeatedly stab it until someone stops me.
Okay, here's... Boom, 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 boom. Finally, once you get up to the chest, you can see it start moving and getting pinned. And then you get up to the top, and you right through the forehead. And finally the... stops. And it just leaves lifeless with a whole bunch of poke holes in it.
That's one way to do it, I guess. Yikes.
Make a investigation check.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
12.
12?
Or no investigations, or there'd be 10.
10? You start to realize it was still alive, and you put it of its misery, but in a
very
like the
long-
worst way you could have put it out of his misery.
Oh,
But you did end its suffering. Eventually.
after creating more for a long
Yeah.
Yeah, no
time.
kidding.
Yeah.
Torture it to death. Yikes.
It's not my fault. It's a very tiny spear. It's more like an arrow.
That's what all the ladies say to you.
Oh.
Ow.
We're gonna fight right here and right now.
Sure you will.
No. I'm good.
Do you want to search the body at all, or?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Who's looking for the body?
I will look at this body.
Alright. You're just looking for the body? What's your roll?
11 off the dice, but what am I adding to it? Nothing?
Your investigation.
Okay.
You're searching for something.
17.
17. Alright. As you look around, you don't notice very much on its body. Like, it seems like it's been scratched up. Its armor is destroyed. Simple leather armor. It wasn't wearing a hat, but it's not nothing that special. It's kind of tattered. You do notice that he does have a bag off to the side, like a pouch. And in there you find like 3 gold pieces. And just beside that is another bag that seems to be fairly clean for what the area was in. It seems pretty clean for what it was. Unnaturally so.
See what's up with that bag there.
Okay. You got the bag.
Roll again, or just grab
I
it?
mean, it's a bag.
Yeah, alright. Grab the bag.
Okay. The bag.
See if we can see what's inside.
You open it up. It looks dark in there.
Could I fit in there to make it easier for him to carry me?
You can do whatever you want to do.
I hop in the bag.
Wow.
Okay.
You
The bag opens up for it. You jump in the bag, and you jump in the bag. And you have the bag with you. You're carrying it, no problem. The bag stays about the same size.
Look in the bag and see if I can see him.
You look in the bag. It's dark.
I freaking disappeared.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, shit. Constitution.
Yeah.
10.
10? In the almost ethereal area where you're kind of almost floating through, you start to suffocate.
I'll reach in the bag and see if I can try and grab him. Or...
Okay, you start kind of thinking, Gilbert. You all of a sudden see this hand reach down and kind of like grab onto your head and just kind of and then pull you out of the bag. And you.
How's your bag experience?
I do not like bags, that is for sure.
Okay, let's not jump in there, eh?
No, I'll just let Vegaman carry me normally from here on out.
Yep. I'll just hold on to the bag now.
Okay.
Kind of close it up again so it doesn't jump back inside.
Ooh. Can you use your identification thingy to see if there's any magical qualities in that bag and what they might be?
I can do that, yeah.
Thinking
All right.
it might be
So
a
you're
bag
going
of
to
holding.
spend the spell slot, or Ritual.
No, ritual.
okay? So you guys are like, oh god, we just found the secret entrance. It said courage. We're good. We made it through. And all of a sudden, you just see this wizard open up his book, set it on the coffin, start setting up a few candles, lights them. Gets real nice, kind of groovy. A bit of incense.
How romantic.
You see the bard start playing like a nice little like a jazz sound off of this clarinet they brought with them. It's like yeah, you're getting real in the mood for it. You start to focus on the bag a little bit, and after about 10-15 minutes, you realize this is a bag of holding. Where you, it's about 2 feet in diameter at the mouth, about 4 feet deep, decently sized bag. It can hold up to 500 pounds, and the bag itself weighs about 15 pounds, and if it gets pierced or something like that, it'll be destroyed. Anything that you place in there gets put into the astral plane, and just kind of floats there.
Just gonna put that on the belt then.
Alright, yeah, set that up there. So now you guys have this open, hidden doorway that opened up.
To the doorway after I collect all my things.
So you gotta get to the doorway, figure out your stuff. You look down, it does go down further in, and more stairs leading down. And during this whole time, it's fairly quiet in the whole tomb. You don't notice anything. So, who's leading the way down there?
Me and the gnome will go then.
Alright.
Because he has fire still, so.
Well, it is a cantrip. So
Yeah, you just cast
I'm not
it.
wasting any spells.
Yeah, and you just have it there.
Yes, the fire is
Nice
warm.
and toasty.
Very good observation, Alex.
Thank you.
Alright, so you guys
Head down, yeah.
start heading down the stairs. And
Fireball's the back of the head. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
You guys just slowly making your way down, getting further down. The flight of stairs takes a while to get down, and then it starts to curve, spiral almost. It goes from straight steps into a spiral, brings it down, and then in the opening, it opens up, and there is a fairly large area, probably about 40 by 50, set out in front of you. The light barely catches the edge of it, but you notice it standing in his hand. You just see like light off the stone floor. But you see this large fountain in the middle with a
large what in the middle?
Fountain. With a singular bridge pulling up, caverns on the other side, going deep down. This little bridge goes to the middle of where the fountain is. It's kind of circular. And then another roadway goes across, and you can see there is a pathway up to what looks like almost like stairways leading up. And then there is something on top of, I wouldn't say an altar, but pretty close to what that is. There's like a pedestal that there's set across the other side of the room. But right now there's a bridge that goes over this large cavern to a fountain there, and then another bridge to where the pedestal is.
Go over and look at this pedestal thing that only I can see.
Okay. As you start walking, you hear a and I need the Goliath to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh yeah, because I'm still standing on his hand.
Yeah.
We're in his
18.
hand.
18. Just as you hear that little
B.
you all of a sudden take one more step forward.
19. This is saving
Oh,
throw.
19.
19?
Yeah.
Well, even better. You take one extra step forward as rocks fall right where you were, just narrowly missing you. And you, standing on his hand, kind of look, and you see over the edge, and it just goes dark blackness down off the edge as you're like, and come back. Then you see there was almost a little tripwire set up there.
Okay, well I think I might just walk from here on out.
Because this is going around a staircase, and then he just continually goes down, right?
Yeah, you guys came down a staircase that turned into a spiral that went down to a singular entrance, and then that entrance has this bridge across over to this fountain.
Okay.
Around
At
this
the bottom
cavern.
of the stairs, it just continually drops, right?
At the bottom of the stairs is just a doorway into this cavern.
Okay. So where was it falling into the darkness? At the edge of that cavern?
Way at the top. The darkness is like basically you guys exited out of the wall, nice stonework, onto a platform that's about like 10 by 10. And then there is
A bridge
that
across the
goes
cavern.
across to the middle. All around the other side of the edges, though, is just cavern going down.
Empty, yeah.
And then there's a fountain somewhere.
Yeah, and there's a fountain right in the middle, and then from there, around the other side, there's a bridge to the other side that looks like there's a pedestal on the other end.
Yeah. We're trying to make our way to that pedestal.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop a firebolt down the cavern.
Okay.
See if I can see anything as it falls down.
Okay. As you focus and shoot this bolt of fire down, you can see that cool visual as the light sparks down and that like a torch falling through. You see that?
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
It goes about 50, 60 feet down. And you can see it against there, and you see immediately movement skitter away from the light.
Anybody else watch that?
Just hair mail fireballs down there and try and kill them all.
Fireball!
Let it rain. That's an Armageddon.
Let's head across the bridge. Send the smallest one first, though.
Okay, yeah. Ty, does anybody have rope?
Oh, I was
Because
just
if the
gonna say
bridge
that's
kind of
cool.
comes apart, then it might be nice to have like you be able to pull.
Don't we have
back
an
up.
adventures package?
Yep.
I got a herbalist package.
Okay, so you don't have that.
I don't have.
I do.
Yeah, you definitely have a Dungeoneers or something like that. in
Oh yeah,
there.
my mage hand will carry him. Because
No.
it's over 5.
No, yeah. That's not gonna work for that.
You're what?
I have a hand that I can make appear and grab stuff.
Oh, that's slick.
But,
As you kind of pulls it
you're
out
too
and
fat.
shows you, he's like, see? And yeah, gives you a wet
Poor
belly.
buddy.
Yeah.
Poor buddy.
Alright, so who's going first?
Obviously me. Now that I'm all tied up with my harness and
Yep.
start
I have the rope.
You have a rope?
walking.
Okay.
walking
So
my
as
way across the bridge.
one of those children you see at the mall with a leash, you see this massive Goliath holding this dainty little rope as this little gnome kind of proudly walks across the bridge. You feel one of the stones sink in, and you keep your foot on the stone.
I make an investigation check all around me to see
All right.
if there's anything
Go ahead and do
I
that.
could shoot. Investigation, that'd be 8.
8? Yeah, loose stone.
I take my foot off, and as I do that, I take I guess for me it'd be like 10 steps back.
Okay.
Just kind of run.
Get out of the
Yeah,
way.
as soon as you release, the bridge starts to plummet fall.
Oh, shit.
You can make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, that's good because it's +2.
4.
Wow.
You're fairly chubby legs for a gnome. Can't quite react fast enough. As you lift up, that one stone releases and you start to fall forward. And as the stones all fall around you, you start plummeting into the darkness. You would have gotten about 25 feet out by the time this happened. So you start to fall you're heavy, but the rocks start to fall at the same time. You're in a free fall, basically. And as you come down, it comes and you start to swing towards back to the cavern. And at that, you slam right into the wall. Just boom, hitting against it solid with a few rocks hitting you. You're gonna be taking some damage.
How many points?
6 points of damage.
I have 1 health point left.
Just barely slamming into you. And you're gonna, oh god! Oh.
Mega Man, pull me out.
You feel this little 30-pound weight dangling off the rope. You bring him up. As you can see, he's just kind of like hanging by the back of his belt, just kind of like upside down. And you hear from the back, maybe we should check for traps from your little gnome.
Might help.
Thanks, tips.
But now you have a bridge that's probably about 30 to 40 feet long. That is no longer there. So you have about a 40-foot gap. Or 30-foot gap.
So this bridge on each side, was there 2 posts into the ground with it?
It was a stone bridge. Cobblestone bridge archway.
But was there railings on it?
Yep.
But so did the railings connect to a post on each side then, or no?
There were posts on each side, yeah. They're still standing.
Are the railings still standing?
No.
Okay, good.
The railings fell. But the
No,
posts,
but
posts are
is
still
those
there.
posts are still there?
Yeah.
How much rope you got there, Bugby?
I think it's 60 feet, right?
How much
I think it's
can
100
100
feet.
feet? Okay, I want to tie the rope to a rock, hug the rock across, and see if I can get trapped on the post.
just throw him
Alright.
across?
I need you to make a
1 health point, bud.
Does he die on the other side?
roll add your dexterity.
Roll with it. Dexterity? 19.
19. Surprisingly, you see this Goliath look around, rock, rope, and as he goes to throw, he realizes, 1 second. And he unties the gnome from the rope, and then chucks this rock. You can see it spin slightly in the air, and he kind of like touches the rope just a little bit, and it pulls that which curves the stone somehow and wraps right around the thing, perfectly wrapping around the edge. Get the sense it should hold something, but if there was a way to like tighten it might be better. But it should hold.
I want to attach the other post on the side.
Okay, you tie to the post there, and you have a rope across there.
Okay.
I assumed the little guy first.
Yeah, you're up again, buddy.
Do you have any healing at all, or no?
I'm not sure if my
I think you
spells...
all have one healing potion.
Oh, I didn't have any of that on my inventory.
Yeah,
You all did.
Okay.
I thought I gave you that to start, but alright. Good enough.
Well, I just won't mark it down and I'll use it.
Alright, that's 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, it's 2d4. Damn.
Or, yes, 2d4 plus 2.
3, 5. So I have
nice.
6 hit points.
There you go.
Alright, well, I will make my way across.
Alright.
But yeah, I'll try.
Okay.
Tightrope style or just crawl across?
Yeah, what are you doing? Okay, you're doing the little cross-legged scoot across.
Yeah.
Very,
Very manly.
what was that Sylvester Stallone movie? Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cliffhanger style. Alright, I need you to make an athletics check.
6.
6.
I mean, you could have made like a little rope harness and just in case.
If it was a 1, you'd have problems.
If we were smart, you would have held it up in the air and I could have just...
If you were smart and thought of that beforehand.
Yeah.
It is a slow, nail-biting process as his arms like shaking, slowly pulling himself hand over hand across the other side, just shaking. He gets about halfway through and he starts to tire out and needs to make another athletics check.
Oh, Lord. No.
7.
7. With renewed vigor. No. You manage to stay a hold of the rope. It goes a little slower. You eventually, over the next 5 minutes, get across to the other side.
Wow.
And your arms are extremely tired, but you do make it to the other side of the
I shoot a firebolt across to the other side. Just cause.
Where are you shooting it?
Over like.
No, don't.
No, where are you shooting?
No,
you said it. You said it. Where are you going? What are you doing?
Like.
Just don't pay attention
Don't listen to him.
I
Don't
know
listen
what
to
you're
him.
saying.
Oh, sounds like I get hurt.
We'll bring the rope.
What are you? Where are you shooting?
Like the rope is here. He's just falling
You just get to the other edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over by the other post over here.
Okay, you're shooting the other post. I need you to roll
Just
d20.
past it.
Yeah, roll d20.
I got 6.
A 6.
Am I adding anything to it?
It would be your spell attack.
Yeah, it was a cantrip.
Yeah, it's your spell attack. Should be 6, I think.
Yeah, plus
So
6.
total of 12.
Yep.
You manage to figure out where the aim is, and you fire just off to the side of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you fire off to the side, and the bolt fires on there. You can see a little bit of like the dust and the cobweb start to catch fire a little bit, but fizzle out. Were you trying to scare him, or what were you trying to do?
I was trying to see if anything was on the other side. It would like run
Oh.
away from him.
No, nothing. Just a few spider webs.
Make sure nothing was going to attack him while he was
Look at you.
collapsed on the
Look
ground.
at you thinking the thunks.
I thought the things and...
All right.
Good
so
girl.
now you have
girl.
your druid is now across on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
He goes and tightens the rope a little bit, makes it more secure. Now your the other gnome starts going across, and he 12. Yeah, he managed to make it across in like half the time without his arms tiring at all. Like the little guy just skips it across. So now the 2 gnomes are on the other side, and your larger party members are stuck on this side. So what are you guys doing?
Okay.
You should go across first just to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'll do that. I'll, do you have any spare rope?
Yeah, you got your own bundle of rope.
Okay. I'll tie it around myself and kind of like loop it over so I have something to catch me.
Yep.
And then tie it to itself.
Okay.
Okay, this time I'm gonna untie the rope though and hold it up.
Okay.
So it'll be
Yeah.
faster.
Okay. So do you want to stand on the pillar, or you just
Nope, just on the flat ground, just on
Okay.
the flat ground.
Okay. It's a little bit. I mean, he's tall.
It'd be a 1 in 5 drop. It's a pretty good grade.
I wouldn't say that much.
Because
Well, if it's 40 feet across and you're
I'm 7
and
feet
you're 7
plus
foot
with my
tall.
arms, so I'm probably pushing close to 8.5, 9 with my arms.
I would say about 9 feet up. Yeah.
So yeah, he's got a pretty good 1 in 5 grade.
I wouldn't say 1 in 5. I would say he's got like maybe like I'm assuming where you guys threw the rope, it would have got around the middle of the post, so that'd be about 3 to 4 feet up. So he's like 4 feet up on one side across 40 feet. It's a
1
bit
to
of
6. 1 to 6 grade.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Rope on rope barely
It's very, very slow, and you see like this kind of type style going across this rope.
I'll just pull it.
Yeah, you kind of just like bring yourself along. It works okay. You know, you manage to get across. You kind of just mage hand your way through, bring yourself across, and then now your wizard's across. And there is one large Goliath by himself on the other end.
Kit,
Come across, buddy.
I'm gonna need you to go and throw me your rope out of your explorer's bag.
Mm-hmm.
Tie it to that pillar though, or actually tie it to the other pillar, please.
Okay.
I'm untying.
We're making like an X right here from pillar to pillar? Or
Nope.
Just...
Parallel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How wide is this? How wide is it from pillar to pillar? Like,
You
10 feet.
Roll
know what
across
I would
like a
do?
log.
You know what I would do if I were you screaming at him from the other end of this cavern is undo, like once he throws the rope over, so you got 2 leads, like that's your 2 posts, untie them on this end, wrap them around your arms, then swing down, and because you're athletic is stupid, then you should just be able to like use the ropes and climb up the cliff.
yeah, but I'm gonna slam into that wall hard like you and take damage.
And then the rock.
Yeah, but that's what the athletic is for. You wouldn't do that.
Yeah, okay.
But depending upon the
How I do.
DM's role.
So what are you doing?
Okay, I guess I'm gonna. So each post is gonna have the ropes tied to it.
Okay.
One rope on each post.
Okay, I need you to make an athletics check. Because you gotta throw a rope with a rock on it. Oh, it'd be dexterity. Add your dexterity to
Oh.
it. It's better for him. Just roll an one.
Yeah.
You spindly armed little man.
4.
4?
Son of a whore.
You wind up and falls down. You managed to catch the rope, but you gotta go again.
I tied it off.
Oh yeah, it didn't fall. It
Okay.
just fell. You hear it ping hit the ground and you brought it back up.
Pull it up and try this again.
Alright.
18.
18.
18 works
With
a little
renewed
bit better.
vigor of being like, that didn't happen. You bring it back and it just right at your
He
feet.
with us?
You go to the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, he did. Okay, I was.
Yeah, right
When you
after
were in the biffy.
So you have
Could
this
have
rock.
just had a mage hand and like
Yep.
walked it across to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
I done forgot about that.
So you see this
My bad,
rock
my bad.
with a rope attached to it roll towards you. And you can kind of see the rope start to slip away as it's falling down from the weight of the rope, pulling the rock down.
Okay, I want to grab it. I'm like, huh?
It takes you a while, like,
You play your character very well.
oh, there's a rope. Oh! And you grab it real quick.
Okay, so actually, I'm not going to take those ropes and tie it off because if we have to get back that way, I'm keeping the ropes up.
suppose.
So I want... Because how wide did we say this is from pillar to
40.
pillar?
About 10 feet wide, so about 12 feet from pillar to pillar.
12 feet.
Well,
So
14, 15, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So...
Tie one to you, maybe? And then one... And
I want
then
to
just
tie
try
one to
hand
me,
over
and
hand
then I'm
across.
gonna...
Yeah. Crawl your way across
Yeah.
the other one.
Okay, so you're... Wait a minute.
So I'm tying one to me,
There's a
Yes.
safety harness to the one
and then I'm
pillar.
tying... And then I'm going to climb on the other one.
Okay,
And just
so...
go at it, yeah.
So... Okay, so you have the one rope supporting you with a little bit, and the other one you're dragging yourself along?
Yeah, just in case I...
Okay, that makes sense, because the ropes probably wouldn't have held your weight. You make an athletics check, but you tie that one rope around, bring it to your waist, grab the other side, kind of like halfway slinging aside.
13.
13? Yeah, you manage to just kind of hand over hand pull it across. It takes you like 5 or 6 like hand breaths, but yeah, you're right across, no problem. The ropes kind of stretch at your weight, but it seems okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so you guys are now in this central platform that's about a circle, about 15 feet radius, so about 30 feet in diameter. There's this large fountain that looks like it used to be usable. In the middle of it, a nice railing around the edge that's kind of half broken down, shambling, but you got room around the area. And then there is that other bridge that goes across the other side.
I want to investigate the fountain.
Okay.
16.
16? Surprisingly enough, you look around and there's 7 or 8 gold pieces in the bottom of it. It looks like it's been dried up for a little bit. You do notice that there is also a hand that's been half chewed off in the basin of the fountain,
I will not take that.
and a whole bunch of spider webs and stuff like that. It looks like it was a very ornate fountain, just set up for decoration at one point.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the only thing about the fountain.
I will inspect the area to see if I can find a twig or stick of some sort.
Sure.
What's the stick for?
19.
19. Look around. You're very, very sure that in this stony crypt where there's no plant life, there's no branches, unfortunately. But you know for sure that that's true.
I was going to
You
try and
searched
make you a torch.
really well.
She died.
You're going to try and make a torch?
I was going to try and wrap it in the spider webs because spider webs are apparently pretty decent for...
As you mentioned torch, you notice that your Goliath friend has a pack, and there is a torch handle sticking out of the pack.
Oof, guys. My bad.
I'll light it for you.
I fell out of the stupid tree.
You are the stupid tree.
Huh? Okay.
So you light your torch.
Yeah.
You can see as the torch brightens up the room, it gets a lot brighter with your spell, and you notice on the sides of the walls it is just cavern rock wall set alongside. There's no. It was just like this was built, set up to get to where this
Is there holes in the
ends.
wall?
Make an investigation or a perception check.
Okay. 9.
9? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a rock wall. You don't see anything specifically holes in there.
Okay.
You see a few spider webs. That's about it. You can't see the ceiling though. It does go higher up.
Okay. Well, I think that's pretty much that. Should we move on to the... Go across the next bridge, see what's over there?
Let's try not to collapse this bridge, though.
All right.
So, we'll send...
Well, aren't we going to go look at the pedestal where the...
Isn't that across?
That's across.
Yeah, the other bridge.
Yeah.
Oh,
To this bridge fountain. Ah!
I'll look at the
now I
bridge
understand.
here
I get it.
and see if there's any sort of traps or something that I can find.
Sure. Make a perception check.
6 total.
6 total. Man, this bridge, it's a nice solid bridge. Looks real good. You don't notice anything else.
I will...
Hit across.
Yeah, I will start my way across
Okay.
with my hand lit and constantly looking for traps of sorts.
Make a perception check.
That was going to be a 16. I got 11.
11. You notice just before you step, there is a hair just in your just before you take a step. You notice there's something by your foot before you step.
Oh, well, I don't step on it,
All right.
and I avoid that,
Yes.
whatever it is, and go around it.
So you just step over this small little thread.
I will continue
Okay.
on my path across the bridge.
Okay. Are you still looking out for stuff, or are you just going?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just as you get about halfway through, just make another check.
11 again.
11
Oh,
again.
no,
Well,
that's a 9. Sorry, that would be 14.
14.
I don't know numbers.
Oh, good job. Well, it's that type of day.
That's
Um,
the thing.
You do notice that there is that same foot step that you took before, where the bridge collapsed. There is that one same point because you've seen it before. You know that it's there, and you don't quite step on it. And just as you get to that point, you start to hear some movement.
Firebolt to this side.
Firebolt to this side.
Alex, can you send a fireball over, please?
Okay, you shoot a firebolt off to the other side where the pedestal is. You do see a little moving away.
Ooh,
But
shit.
not off the area.
It's still over there. Good.
Yes.
Good.
So, you're in the middle of the bridge, just over top of this trap, making sure not to hit anything.
I call these other guys back, and I point out where all these traps that I have found are for them to avoid.
Yeah.
So they're up to me, where I am at the halfway of the bridge.
Okay, so you all are standing on the bridge.
Yeah,
Very-
and I
yeah,
will
okay.
continue the other half
Doesn't
with
save.
these guys right beside me.
Okay. So, you guys very slowly make your way across the bridge.
Don't fuck it up for us.
Did you roll?
For an investigation, that would have been an 8 total.
An 8 total? Yeah, it looks fine to you.
Okay, well, we continue to
Yep.
the bridge where we're all the way off the bridge.
Okay. You continue forward. Everything seems okay. Everybody steps over that one pressure plate to make sure nothing happens.
If you smack me, I'm going flying.
Backhanded face.
And as you get to the area, you can see that towards where this pedestal is setting up, it's about 15 feet off the side. It is standing there, and there is a weapon sitting across that pedestal. There's a few other trinkets there as well. And as you get up to there, you do notice that it's fairly ornate and widens out, and there's a bit of an archway sitting on top of it, like a nice little gazebo, basically, right where that's set. You do see other bodies set up around there. They look... they don't look right.
I'll investigate.
Because it's just in the light, like it's you can kind of tell from the distance, but if you get closer, you might be able to figure out exactly what's wrong with them. But they don't look quite right. And there's about
Okay.
3 of them. Or 2
Okay,
of
sorry,
them.
what was that investigation?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be investigate the bodies.
What do you have for investigation?
+3.
I'll investigate.
Okay, you
Yeah.
investigate that.
I will look for rocks that are approximately the same weight as the stuff on the pedestal.
Okay.
So Indiana Jones style.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I got 12.
Because the
12.
second we take
That's
it
a
off,
9.
something's going to happen.
Yeah. Big Bowler's gonna try to run us over.
Math. I'm retarded right now.
9 plus what?
6.
15.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you approach the bodies, you notice that these bodies have
Don't
been
mind me.
freeze dried,
Okay.
even though it doesn't exist in this world. Like that type of style. They look like they've been
Flash
sucked,
frozen.
like almost. they're-
No.
There's one with a really weird smiley face. No, there's definitely like taut skin that's been like almost rotted away, sucked into their cheekbones and their eye sockets. Everything seems like it's been drained out of them. They
Spike.
don't seem right. Like, it just something's not right about them.
Investigate to see.
Okay. I'll investigate the ceiling.
I mean, the ceiling's a little bit further away, and
probably
it's dark
couldn't
up
see
there.
Past my 60
It'd be
feet, huh?
perception. It's pretty. Yeah, you can make a perception check.
You have dark vision, no?
60
Seeing
feet,
up into the
it's
dark?
more than that. It's like 100. So unless his fireball could reach there just at the time it reached the top, he looked, but...
That's true.
8.
8.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty dark up there. There's a lot of rocks. It's not smooth up there. I mean, you can see a faint bit of webbing, maybe. Like there's been spiders up there, but
Shoot a fireball.
Okay.
you know, just throw a firebolt up there.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
will, try and find somewhere to hide, under him for when it comes back down.
Okay.
I don't think it
So
goes back down. I think it just continuously goes
Yeah,
up.
until it hits something that dissipates.
yeah, I think the range is like 90 feet or something like that. On there.
Oh, okay. I figured it would come down like a firework.
No, it's a firebolt. Like he shoots a bolt of fire that goes.
Oh, I
up.
thought it was fireball.
No, he doesn't. He's not. Those
Those
Can't
do a
cast that
lot
yet.
more damage
Okay.
in their actual spells rather than...
Okay, then
Yeah.
I just hide in case you screw up.
I'm just gonna hide. All right.
Just hide
So
behind his
you
leg.
you set up, kind of looking up, and you're like,
Dick.
okay, we're okay. And you look, kind of point up a little bit and go, haunted. And the bolt shoots up, lighting up the area towards the ceiling. And as it goes up, you see stuff come down. And as you guys are standing there, these large spiders,
Oh, I hate them things.
3 of them stand on the side, and one kind of humanoid figure stands on the bridge, falling with them. With this large club and this dark skin, pointy ears, he stands there. Doesn't look at you. but he kind of points in your direction. And I need you guys to all roll initiative. Alright, so just a quick break here to thank Syrinscape for the background music and the effects. This app is fantastic to use if you're being a dungeon master or game master in any game, because it's so easy to quickly add to different atmospheres and really get that feeling into your game. It's very helpful and it's a great tool. You can find them at Syrinscape.com. It's free to try out. You can give it a try, test it in one of your games, and just see how much of a difference it is to have that epic music and sound effects in it. It's quite awesome. I'd also like to remind you guys that if you want to get a hold of us, the players, or myself, the Dungeon Master, the best way is through Twitter, at Defying Dice. If you follow us on there, you can tweet at us, you can like the random posts, which are mostly just the episodes being up, but it's something. You can find us there. That's the best way. That's the most social media that we go to. So if that's what you like, that's what you like. If you want to help us out at all, the best thing you can do for us is leave us a review on iTunes. It is a bit of an ordeal, we understand. We have reviewed other things before, and it's kind of out of the way to do it, at least from what I've seen about it. So if you guys really do like us, just making that 5 minutes worth of effort, we really would appreciate that. But it also is annoying and out of the way, and you're listening to a podcast, you just kind of want to be like, it's good, thanks, done, next week let's do it again. We understand that completely. So just thanks for listening. We love that fact that there are people listening to our podcast, so thank you so much for that. And we'll get back to the game right now.
Dang it.
Get ready for this. As you see these spiders surrounding you.
I got 13 total.
14 total.
I got 7.
Oh.
You got 7?
Yeah, okay.
Alright.
That's
He's something better than the cantaloupe.
Yeah,
Water
him.
boy.
I forgot about him.
Sparky.
So, with Sparky, alright, so 1 second here. I need to get my books because I'm real busy and I just closed all my books and everything. What was our initiative again?
13.
14.
Okay. And we're gonna try for our bard here. So, as you can see these spiders drop down from the ceiling all like in living. As they were falling down,
Allergic to dust, okay?
the spiders manage to get the drop on you as that one large kind of humanoid creature sits and
Lands
falls
on
on the
the pressure
ground.
plate and crushes the bridge.
No, it lands away from where that would be. It's almost like it knows where that was.
Dang it.
Okay. So, as this sits down, the spider goes and surrounds you. You guys can put your figures there if you want to. The area here, let's just. You guys would be in an area probably not that big. Spider here, and spider here. So that item, that pedestal is there,
Yeah, and we are.
and the borders of it would be around that.
Okay, so
There's the bridge here.
Okay.
So I'm about to on the farm.
So the Grimlock is stationed about there. Something like that. So it's got to be about there. It's got to be about there. All right. So with this, the Grimlock, standing on the bridge, looks at you and commands the spiders staring at them. Goes. They start to mobilize towards you. First up is the Vegaman. What are you doing?
Ooh. Alright. Well, I have 30 movement.
Yep.
So I'm going to go over to the spider to the left of me.
Yep.
And I'm going to use my great axe and try to chop one of its legs off.
Okay. So holding back your rage, you're ready to just attack this spider.
1d12 plus 4.
Oh, you gotta roll a d20 first.
Oh, yeah. Haha.
Yeah, roll to attack.
19.
Oh, good lord. I'm pretty sure you hit. Plus your 6, I think?
Yeah, plus 6.
Yeah, you hit.
Okay.
Okay, roll your damage.
Okay.
One spider.
1d12.
4 little guys are gonna be squashed.
Okay. 1d12 plus 4.
Yep.
Oh. 1. So 5. 5 damage.
5 damage,
Yep.
alright. So you bring your great axe. You run up to it. You kind of just off to the side, but you manage to cut off one of the small little legs as it kind of squirms off. It kind of hisses back at you as its bulging little eyes looks at you as that weird kind of ick from spiders kind of squeezes out.
Okay.
Doesn't look very happy towards you. You do have a bonus action, so you could rage, or you could hold on to it if you want to. It's up to you.
I'm going to move back.
Sure,
For
you
my
can do
bonus
that.
action.
It will get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
because you entered into combat. So it's up to you. You can totally do it, though.
No, I'll just stay there then.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so that ends your turn. So the next up is Alex.
Alex.
Yes. So what are you doing, Alexander? You see these spiders appear,
He's being a sissy girl, that's what he's being.
and this one strange-looking, almost blind creature looking.
Shoot a firebolt.
Okay, which one are you shooting the fireball at?
Fireball.
Like that. I think the one on the bridge.
The one on the bridge, the humanoid figure. Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna do that.
Roll your. I believe you have to roll a d20.
No, that is a 11 total.
11 total. That does in fact hit. So I think it's a 1d8 you roll.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's a spot right there. It's a 1.
Oh, nice. I was like, oh man, he's actually doing some damage here. All right. So as you just shot a firebolt up in the air, spiders drop down. You're like, oh, I got this. Another one. Whew. You just kind of clip the side of his weird, scraggly hair off the side and kind of singe it a bit. You can see it burned his ear a bit, but it doesn't seem to matter too much.
Well, shit.
Yeah. So that's your turn.
Which one of those did now?
None.
None of them.
Well, I thought you squashed one.
He hit one, decent amount, but didn't kill him. So the next up is the spiders. So the spiders are going to move in towards each one of you, closest one to each. So this guy is going to attack you. He's going to attack you. He's going to attack you. So first off, against you, that is a 7. Against you, that's 11. And against you is 13.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Oh, it hits. Good.
Oh, no!
All right. So you take
Take it.
I'm taking. What?
4 points of piercing damage as its fangs bite into your side, and then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. You got
17 total.
17 total. You can feel as the fangs pierce into you, the venom pulse through your body, and you but manage to resist the effect and just taking the piercing damage. It's feeling not the greatest, and you can feel like that's gonna hurt for a while where the piercings hit, but you feel okay. All right, next up is our resident druid.
Well, the one that's closest to me, so the spiky looking one.
Yeah.
I look at him
See the spiders kind of
and
getting closer to you.
I point at him
Yep.
like this, and I make words,
Yes.
and that sprays a puff of noxious gas in a 15-foot cone or 10-foot cone in his direction.
Okay, you're doing poison spray.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you reach your hand out and just kind of, and you can see the poison flash out in this area.
Yeah. So that would be.
You have to make a save.
Yeah. The save for this
Is your spell save DC, which is your wisdom 8 plus your wisdom plus your
8.
proficiency.
That would be 13.
13.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's a dexterity save or Constitution.
It would be
It says on there.
Constitution save.
Constitution save. All right, that is a
1d12.
12.
Yeah.
So it fails.
Oh, he failed.
Yeah,
the
he
save.
failed the saving throw. So
Here we go.
go ahead, roll full damage.
I have a 2.
2, and that's it.
Are you freaking kidding me?
All right. So as you release this miasma poison spray, just the spider, you can almost hear the little as it coughs through the poison, but it kind of reels out, not as bad as you wanted it to be, as it's poured in poison. But that's your turn, yeah.
I'm doing great, guys.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So now it is the Grimlock's turn. He's going to walk up a bit. Going to take his club that you can see has like these bones tied into the club, rudimentarily tied in, and he's going to make an attack against the little bard, and that is a 7 to hit, which does not hit. So he brings his club down, and the little bard's like, ha ha, off to the side.
All the while playing his.
Yeah, there's a just kind of ducks off to the side. You can see the Grimlock's getting closer with his face. His teeth are all nattered through and like almost half rotten. His eyes completely covered up. You notice that he's wearing clothing, but all of it is like all tattered up and just a nasty looking creature. That ends his turn. It's now the bard's turn. He's going to attack the Grimlock again with his short sword. That'll hit. So he takes his little sword out and goes like, whoo! All right, and goes off to take an attack at him, which does hit. Which is the short sword with d6. 6 points of damage. All right, very nice. So in his absence, he managed to take his sword out and just kind of cut off to the side. Right where you burned, right in his ear, he cuts off to the side there, doing a fair bit of damage to him. But you can see the Grimlock's kind of bloody, a little more angry, but he's still standing up. That brings us to the top of the turn with Vegaman.
Alright.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna text some guy.
Okay, same guy.
Yep.
Seems
Alright, are you going to rage yet or no?
No, not yet.
No, not yet. You're holding back your rage.
Holding out.
You haven't been hit yet, so you're not being too worried about it.
Oh.
5 plus 6 is 11.
11, yeah.
11 for the spider.
Yeah.
As it kind of moves, it kind of skitters out of the way and just kind of glances off to the side.
Okay.
They're tricky little creatures, and unfortunately you did not hit.
Okay.
Alright, so that's about all you can do.
Yeah.
That's the way she goes in level 1. Alright, so next up is Alexander. What is your plan to do?
I'm gonna spend
You're going to spend a first level spell to do
shoot some magic missiles.
some magical missiles.
Yes.
Alright.
3 of them.
Okay, you have 3 of them. So which ones do you want to hit?
3 spiders.
All 3 spiders.
Yep.
Okay, so you're just fanning them out? Okay. I need you to roll 3d4.
Do it.
And what was that? 4? So 5. Which one? Where does that hit?
This guy.
That guy right in front of you? Alright. So you can see this, you can see him kind of fan out these light blue arcane little missiles just shoot out to all 3, hitting them all. That one kind of searing off a bit of the insect hide, that nasty little furry little thing. You can see he's a lot less furry now from that hit, and kind of moving up to the side. Your next shot goes off to the one in the middle,
Yep. That's
Right.
4 total.
doing 4 points of damage. Alright, very nice. Yeah, that one too, the same thing, off to the side with burned hair. They're all still standing, but they're looking a little hurt.
Last one's a 2.
Last one's a 2. That one's, that one also, they're all looking fairly rough, but they're all still standing ready to fight for the next round. Which is, unless you got a bonus action, but I don't think you do.
No.
So it was a good round, you did a fair bit of damage. Alright, so the next up is the spiders. They are all going to make their same attacks against you guys. So first one against you. That is a 21 to hit.
Oh, yes.
Against you, that is a 12.
No!
And against you, that is a 10.
Yeah, no, that misses.
And this is very nice.
Come
Alright.
on!
So against you, luckily, hey, you're the big tank man, boy.
You got more than
Alright, so you take 3 points of piercing damage from the bite as it sinks into you, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
You can see it kind of just... These are big spiders. Like, to the gnomes, these are massive. But to you, it kind of bites into your calf.
Okay.
You can feel it just kind of burn in there, and...
His max hit points.
14.
14, you can feel the poison just pulse into you, and you can see it arc through your veins. But you shrug it off and kind of kick it off to the side.
Okay.
4.
So how much piercing was it, sorry? 4 points? Okay.
Or 3. 3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay.
It would have easily rolled like a 2 with a thing. Alright, so that ends their turn. Now it is the, it is the druid's turn.
Well, I am going to, because the one guy is pretty close to me,
Yep.
I am going to try and cut off his legs with my scimitar.
Alright, so go ahead and roll your attack. You're in the middle there, right?
I'm the one on your right.
Okay, yeah. Yep.
That would be 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll damage.
1d6, that's 5 points of damage.
5 total. What's your strength?
-1.
What's your dexterity? Is scimitar versatile? That's fine. 5 points of damage?
Yeah.
Alright, so you bring your...
I don't think there's any modifiers to it for your strength or anything.
I'm not sure if scimitar is versatile or not. Do you remember?
What do you mean by versatile?
Some weapons have the versatile, which they can use dexterity instead of strength,
Okay,
which I think that's what the scimitar has. If not, you do 5 points of damage. And as you bring the sword down, it cuts right through where the venom is and kind of severs the fangs off the front of the face. And you can see the top half of the spider kind of separates with that weird, nasty spider blood, and a little bit of silk kind of pours out as the spider slumps down to the ground.
Just as
Dead.
finesse light.
Okay, yep. So finesse, that's good. It's off your dexterity.
Oh, so that'd be +2 to that?
Yes, so it'd be 7 points of damage. Either way, you killed the spider.
Okay.
Good girl.
So that spider is now dead. Take it out of there. Alright, so that ends your turn.
Yeah.
Next up is the Grimlock, who is in front of the little bard and decides to attack that little gnome again because it missed. 17, that'll hit. So he brings down the spiked bone club, doing...
Just disbelieved.
Oh, nice, I rolled a 1. So he takes 4 points of damage, 4 points of bludgeoning damage, and then another... Oh,
Goodbye,
4,
Sparky.
8 points. He would live, but he... badly burned. This crushes into his shoulder. You can see the bone kind of goes into his clavicle up here and shatters off as the bone from the edge pierces off. You can tell he all of a sudden sinks to the ground as his little gnome is crushed by this stone club. Standing, but very, very hurt. That ends his turn, and now it's his turn again. So he is going to just attack him with his sword. 17, that hits. So another d6. Plus 8 points of damage. Because I rolled a big 6 on that one. So you can see as he just takes this club hit, he brings his little short sword up, and as the Grimlock is pulling it back, he shoves the short sword right underneath his chin, up into his skull. You can see this brackish blue blood kind of just pour out as his jaw kind of goes limp, and you can see the sword inside his jaw and falls nearly on the bard, but keeps it. Good enough. He keeps it strong. Okay, so that was Mr. Sparky's turn. Next up, back to the top of the round, we have Vegaman.
Alright, and go after that spider again with a great axe.
Alright.
Third time's a charm.
Go ahead, roll your attack.
Okay.
18.
18.
That hits. That one hits, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A 1d12 plus 4.
You could one-shot these things.
6.
6 total.
Yeah.
On that little guy. Alright. Frustrated. Smashing, missing. You get bit in the leg. You're feeling pain. You bring the great axe down. But this time, you turn it. Instead of being sharp, you go flat and just smash it right against it. You can see the legs kind of split out with that little of the guts kind of spray everywhere as the body kind of just twitches to death. And you killed that one. Alright, next up is Alexander. After just spraying out your magical missiles, you kind of look at the battle map and realize you guys took this pretty good for what it was.
I should have firebolted the one that's in front of me.
Firebolt, alright, roll attack.
18 total.
18, that hits. Roll your damage.
It's a
1d8.
Yeah. 2.
2. This
Owning this fireball stuff.
This spider has been hit a few times by this bolt of fire. Kind of catches off the side. Some of that fur kind of singes on its weird insect hide. And the second magic missile hits into its eyes where its legs hit or connect to the body, and you can see it's hurt as it comes to its turn, and as it goes to bite you. That is a 8 to hit. Yeah, no, he goes to bite you, but his eyes have been half seared by the burning, and is now kind of just limps off to the side of you. You get a little bit of that fuzz, the weird kind of spider, but you kind of feel weirded out. Other than that, you're okay. So, that's its turn. Next up is Vegaman. Oh, it's your turn.
My
It's your
turn
turn. Yeah.
afterwards.
My apologies. It is your turn.
I am going to use my daggers, and I will jump onto its back, stab the daggers into its back, and
Okay.
Yes.
use that
Dance?
to kind of like control it, or
Okay.
if it's not dead,
All right. Roll an attack.
like steer it, sort of.
Just ride it off the cliff.
When this turned to Star Wars?
8.
8.
8, yeah.
Okay. So you run up with your daggers out like, nice. This will be good. You jump on, and the spider kind of like being burned back, and kind of jumps to the back. You kind of jump and kind of fall off to the side, roll a little bit. It would have looked cool, but you didn't make it that cool.
The execution was
The hit from the swing on the rope on the bridge kind of knocked the wind out of you, so you're a little sore from that.
still.
Yeah. All right, so that's your turn.
Yeah.
Now it's up to Vegaman. After you kind of clean off the gunk from your greatsword, kind of lick it, take nasty.
Yummy. Okay. He's facing that way?
Yes, well, yeah, sure. He's facing towards Alex.
Okay. Which one are you?
Middle one.
Okay.
And I'm over here now,
Okay.
because I kind of fell over.
Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna move here.
Yep.
In a great axe.
Very nice, very nice.
15.
15 hits.
Okay.
All right, roll your damage.
Alrighty. Tell me now.
D12 plus 4. Yeah, you
2! What? Ah,
So
6.
6 total.
6 damage total.
It's alright, that's enough. This has been burnt. The spider's not looking very good. This time, seeing the idea that our druid had of controlling with daggers, you're like, you got the perfect idea. So you take the backside of your axe, which is a little bit pointed, you know, that nice little sharp tip.
Yep.
You bring that, jam it right into the head, kind of hook up a bit, bring it, kind of shake it around, moving it, like playing on the puppet show.
Shake the babies.
And then you take it and you chuck it off the edge. Perfect. And that's, you guys managed to clean up that battle pretty well. Alright. So,
Wait,
yeah.
we're good.
Yeah, you guys cleaned her up pretty good. You now see these bodies of these insects away. Make a perception check. Actually, you, the druid. Sorry.
23.
23. The skittering that you've noticed down through the tunnels didn't look like a spider to you.
Damn.
So, as you guys kind of figure back from your battle, one of you poisoned, kind of hurt a little bit. The other severely wounded by the spike to the shoulder. Now stand in this empty cavern.
I don't
for the
wanna
time
leave.
being. You don't want to leave?
I want to take the club, and I want to search
Okay.
for anything.
Okay, you're going to search the Grimlock?
Yep.
Alright, roll an investigation check.
So 16.
16. You find his bony club made of basically this old petrified wood. It's kind of like it's spun around with spider webs to hold these sharp bones in place. It's usable, but it doesn't look very like you're strong. A few hits would probably break it, but you could definitely use it. You also just find he's got like these egg sacs from the spiders setting him up. You get the kind of feeling that he was hurting the spiders, like he was kind of their friend essentially.
Okay.
You don't find much else on him.
Okay.
And the rest of the spiders are, well, one's thrown off the edge, the other's kind of burnt and singed. There's not much to loot off the bodies. Anything else you guys want to do?
I'm still looking for my rock to put in place of the sword on the pedestal.
Okay, yeah. Make your investigation check.
Oh boy.
Indiana Jones, here we go. 13 total.
13 total. So you kind of look around, and it's mostly all smooth stone here, but you've seen some side has been destroyed a bit, and you kind of look around there, and you get guesstimation. It would probably be the weight of the items on the pillar.
All right.
Quite a few,
All right, guys.
few stones like that.
Found the rocks we need, but I'm not tall enough to get to swallow them out.
I hope you guesstimate real good.
You two need to make the...
Okay, wait. No. This, guys. Okay, what is your...
Sleight of hand, more than likely.
Yeah.
+2.
His?
Mine is +2.
Okay,
Mine's
that's
+1.
But you're not tall enough unless I hold you up, so...
That could work.
Hold me, Vegemin.
Four.
Eat my stool.
Yeah, let's do that then.
All right.
Alright, so what do you guys do?
I'm gonna hold him.
Okay.
He's gonna switch
fine.
the rock with the sword.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as he's pulling it, I'm gonna slide the rock back on at the same time.
Okay, you're going to grab the sword.
Yeah.
Alright, there are a few things on the thing. There is the one sword. There is also a rolled up piece of parchment.
I'm grabbing a partner.
And there is a
Oh boy.
there is a few vials of liquid on the top.
We getting drunk, boys.
So what are you grabbing and what are you doing?
We're gonna just push it all off in exchange for the rock, so we can actually look at it.
Okay, you're just gonna push everything off.
Put the rocks on.
Okay.
I want to try grab the paper with my mage hand.
Okay. So who's doing what first?
Well, I imagine the paper wouldn't make it trigger, so let's just do the paper first, so it's less to worry about when we're doing
Wait,
the
is
swap.
the paper empty? Like it's just paper?
It's a rolled up piece of paper on like the sword is placed there nicely ornately with these vials of liquid on the side and this rolled up piece of parchment on the top.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, go ahead. Remove the paper, I guess.
Okay.
I got that.
So you grab the paper, reach around, you can see the spectral hand going from his hand. You can see him kind of in the background going like, just kind of reaching it. And then you can see that the hand grabs it, lifts it up, a bit of dust kind of shakes off, but you grab it right back. Next up, and then you see there's a Goliath holding this small little gnome, as the gnome is like, kind of gets those little thieving fingers ready with these rocks kind of in his pouch. And he's ready to grab the sword. So make a sleight of hand check.
9.
9. You fumble a little bit. One of the rocks kind of falls off to the side, but you manage to kind of push, leaning a little bit on the plate, pushing the sword and the vials off. You hear as the vials shatter on the ground and break. The sword, as you kind of flop onto it, dropping these rocks all over the thing sporadically. And you kind of like, wait a second. Nothing happens.
All that for nothing.
You clots.
Well, you weren't holding me steady.
No, out of the stove.
No, you weren't holding me steady. That's your fault. Blaming you on that one.
So as you go around to the back end, you find the sword laying on the ground. You also find a vase that was behind there, or vase that was just sitting in the back there, just behind the pedestal. Yeah, seems okay. Nothing's been trapped. And you have your scroll. You're gonna have to take some time to read that. So you have this one sword there.
Special.
Okay. It appears to be a short sword. It seems nice. Got a good balance to it. Kind of shiny. There's some nice ornate sketches in the scrolls. Right in the hilt of the weapon. It seems cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna see if Alex can read the engrations on the sword.
Like you want to try and identify it? Sure.
Can we do that right now?
Because I'm assuming since it's an elvish cave that it'll be elvish on it.
There's no lettering or scrolling on it. It's just ornate scrolling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll both look at it in amazement.
Okay, yeah. It's a nice sword. Real shiny. It's good. Yeah, as you kind of do that, you knock that one pot off to the side. And you notice that it is also not really dusty at all.
I put my hand in the vase.
Okay. You stick your hand in there. You can feel the bottom of it. It's seems like a vase. There's no dust in it. There's nothing weird in it. You kind of like tip it off to the side and you hear a bit of shh in there.
I feel around for something inside of it.
You feel right around the edges. It's empty vase.
I take my hand out, tip it upside down, and shake it.
You hear a sloshing around the inside, but nothing falls out.
I wear it as a hat.
All right, you put it in there and you hear that wishing around you.
Does that sound
It's
like
dark.
wind?
It's very, very dark. It sounds like water swooshing around a vase. It's very dark in there.
Use your fire and look in, see if you can see anything inside
Just
it.
run into a wall.
I have dark vision.
Oh yeah. Never
Yeah.
mind.
I can see just no colors.
Yeah, it's just dark in there.
And I can't feel any wetness on it, so
Nope.
it's
no
not
wetness.
happy to see
Dry
me.
as a bone. Dry as my girlfriend. Yeah, no.
Shocking.
All right. All of a sudden, the rock falls and
Just crushes me completely.
crushes the half elf for some reason. Weird. Anyway, yeah. So now you have.
All right, well, I'm packing it with me. I've got a cool hat that makes noises.
All right, yeah. And the jug itself, it like goes down to your sternum because you're a pretty small little guy. So you're kind of like this half armored little dick gnome. Like it looks like it's a head of a dick. Yeah, but it looks good. Looks totally good.
That dick no.
Well, if there's nothing left to go ahead with,
I'm gonna push the freeze dried dead people off the edge into the crevasse where we see the other moving things.
Okay. So you
Kick him
go.
off.
Just roll a d20 for me.
I'm gonna drop a
11.
firebolt as he does.
11. After hitting your head about 4 times against the pedestal, you kind of gum gum gum. You kind of waddle your way, looking down on the ground. You get close to the edge, and you're almost to the edge, but then he kind of mage hands you back. Oh no! Points you towards the other guys. You get to there, and then you make a strength check.
Okay. I maybe should have taken my hat off first. Natural 1 minus 1.
So you guys are watching this, and it's adorable. It's this tiny little fat gnome that got this jug stuck on his head, waddles out with his arms barely reaching out the bottom of the side, goes to this little dead body that is dried and light, and it's like kind of like a wafer. Kind of tugs up, slips, and starts to lean forward and fall off towards the edge. As you're starting to lean forward, you guys can react to help out.
Trying to grab him.
Try and grab him. Just roll a d20 for me.
It's a 13.
13? Yeah, you manage to quickly just kind of grab on top with your mage hand and kind of just hold his head back as you kind of just bring him back. The body's still there, though. He's kind of like, just kind of walking midair, like kind of like one step, like, whoa, goes back.
With my mage hand, can I like grab the bucket off of his head and just...
Sure can.
If it's less than 5 pounds.
Yep, you pick it up.
It's
Kind
right
of
beside him.
swooshes around, and then, yeah, just sit down. Sit down.
I kick the bodies
Okay.
in anger.
Yeah. It kind of hurts a little bit, but you kind of do a little crunch in. You definitely got inside the ribcage, and you can kind of see a bunch of these tiny little spiders shiver out onto your foot. Kind of crawl up a few. You feel that little itching on.
I run away.
You start just run away screaming. Just
Run to Vigaman.
all right, you run to Vegaman. You
I
start
don't like
climbing up
spiders.
him. There's like a couple spiders on his leg, and just shut him off. Yeah.
All right. Well, we might as well turn around.
You hear a very sad, like, ding, ding, ding. As you can see, your friendly bard is like bleeding from the eyeballs in pain.
I forgot about him.
His bone is stuck on his shoulder, and he's like, ah, crying on pain.
Sparky, I will save you.
I need a drink.
I will cast my spell of healing wounds upon him.
That's what it is?
Healing wounds, yeah, it's a first level bonus action spell.
Healing word is what that is. Yeah, it's not healing wounds. There's a healing word or there's cure wounds. I think you may have combined the two.
I'll just do healing words then. Which is 1d4 plus spell modification.
Alright, so what's your wisdom modifier?
Spell mod is 5 and 1d4, so that's 7 total.
7 total.
7 plus the modifier.
Very nice. Yeah, you can see he's like, then you all of a sudden just kind of whisper out some nice, like, well, what do you say?
I said, don't be such a pussy and heal already.
As he's playing here, you can see his new breath coming alive. He's like, oh, and the bleeding from his eyeball stops.
Amazing.
Amazing how that works.
We have
We're very sorry, Sparky.
one.
You guys start to make your way back, and as you get towards where that fountain is, you all of a sudden hear behind you a sound, and you can see there's 4 of these strange-looking creatures, bigger than the Grimlock, set up with these weird pinchers on their arms and their face. They're kind of half charred, and you can see their eyes are yellow, bright, with these
Behind
slits. They land behind you where the items were.
Firebolt.
And they land there. Firebolt?
Yeah.
Roll d20.
I want to scare him off. 13 total.
13 total?
Well, 13 from the roll. I don't know.
Okay, are you trying to hit one, or are you trying to sit in between them all?
Just in between them all to scare him off.
Okay. You fire just off the ground towards the one's feet. You can see kind of off to the side, but they all kind of stand firm in like a pack, all feeling pretty strong with each other.
I make a suggestion. We run across the bridge, and I huck a rock at the other rocks on the pedestal so the bridge collapses.
Or there's the traps on the bridge. We can start running. They might come after us.
But they might know where they are.
They're animals.
Here's the thing. I'm going to just touch it with my mage hand while we're in the other side.
Oh, good. Yeah.
You were going to pleasure it while we're on the other
Alright.
side.
Okay, yeah. So you
Just the tip.
guys are within about 15 feet away from these guys, and they drop down. You guys all of a sudden turn, start running. You guys know that there's there's a pressure point there, and you know that there's a tripwire at the end of the bridge. You start running through. You kind of turn back and boop, touch the bridge. As you can see, these weird creatures kind of off in the shadow. You see them get to the bridge. You push it. The button presses, and the bridge starts to fall apart, crumbling down in the cavern. You can see them all kind of look down as they start to fall. As you guys get to the fountain, you hear a as 4 of them appear on the same fountain area as you.
Damn it.
Breathing up towards you. You guys start running towards the bridge.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Did I grab my vase or is it still on the other side?
I assumed you would have grabbed them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make
Okay,
sure. Because I want my...
Because you guys started heading this way after you healed them, so I assumed.
Okay, so if we get across this other one...
So you guys are now in this fountain here area.
Yeah,
and
where
you
the
see where
ropes
the
are.
ropes are. So you guys are starting to go there as these creatures gain on you. So what are you guys doing? Quick.
Okay,
Trying to run to the ropes.
yeah, run to the ropes,
Run
get
the
across
ropes.
the other
You guys
side,
run
that's a
the
straight
ropes.
shot out.
Yeah, so you guys start running the ropes.
Yeah.
Who's in first?
I'll go second.
Okay, the gnomes go
Yeah.
first, and the half-elf.
I guess I go third then.
I'll go last.
Okay, the gnomes start going. As you are there, one of them teleports behind you. Starts hitting. I rolled a natural 1 on that. So he goes up behind you, kind of goes to attack. You kind of backhand him off to the side, and he falls off the edge. You hear a as he falls off the edge.
They must have...
Cheesy Star Wars laugh.
Yeah, then you hear a like that.
Yeah.
Sound again. Well, that was good. The roll 1. Next up is you two. You guys all are on the ropes. Need you all to make athletics checks.
Oh, God. Just those two?
Yeah, because they're currently. You just got swiped at. So
Yeah.
I got 4.
4,
Oh.
I got 10 total.
10 total. Luckily, your bard, who after just getting healed, rolled 18. So
Damn.
he did pretty good. As you're going along, you went first, he went behind you. He kind of scoots you along, pushing you further along as you manage to get to the end. You kind of fall up the side a little bit slow, but then as the gnomes reach the end, the Goliath, after just missing a swing, jumps onto the ropes to grab on them.
Okay.
Make an athletics check.
Don't break, don't break, don't break.
Oh boy. 23.
23. You grab one end, kind of swing up to the side, grab the other, swing to the other side, and you just won't make it. I'm just going to roll to see the rope strength. Roll an 18. The ropes bend at the weight. You can hear it kind of like a snapping sound, but you manage to just kind of hold on, bounce off that as the rope snaps. You get to the edge, grab on with one hand, grab on with the other, lift yourself up as you grab the rope and pull the half-elf onto the other side.
Come on. Come
This is
on,
badass Goliath bringing you up as the gnomes start booking towards the staircase. You see right behind you.
As we're doing
Yep.
that, I produce flame.
You produce flame.
Yeah.
You bring up this light, and you can see these creatures kind of hiss at it, and all of a sudden they try to, but the light stops them from getting close to you.
Oh,
As they-
I was right. I was right.
Off to the side,
What is senior has did last?
they
last
start to
campaign.
off to the sides,
Oh, yeah.
but they off to the sides of the walls just outside the light and start to crawl in towards.
Okay, I have my torch out then too.
You hold your torch out, and they start coming.
That's 30 feet, right?
It's 30 feet.
Okay.
It flashes out.
Run up the stairs
You,
to the
you
light.
see the three of them crawling on the thing towards the
I'm looking
staircase.
at I'm looking
You guys start running up the staircase.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Running up as you go up. You can hear that up the staircases. Athletic checks all around.
Oh,
Oh, another bad one. I'm gonna be so good.
Wow, I'm rolling. The bard is just running up the hills. 18?
I got a
22.
9.
22, 9. Luckily, the
I get it,
Goliath, the
man.
half-elf, and the bard all rolled like 18 up.
Yeah.
So
We're all sitting
they're
together.
running up. This short little gnome gets picked up by the Goliath and runs up, flying up as this flame hand is going around the edge. You can still hear it all along the edges, but you guys are booking
Pray
it
that
up,
it's
gaining,
right outside still.
gaining speed on this as you're running through. You continue up past in the crypts there, and you can see that one body that was stabbed up together is still there, not moving. And you continue up, running up the stairs. You manage to get to the very top, out in the sunlight, and you hear that go off the side, and you hear a as you reach to the top of the surface, they back off.
I ran to the boat just in case they then burrow in things, because if we're on ground, they might be able to.
Okay, you run right up to the boat.
Yeah,
everybody gets up to the side. It's like you see this fat little gnome.
Do the boat, do the boat, do the boat, do the boat,
Right
do the
into
boat.
the boat. You guys kind of take a breather as you hear a bit of a of the ground.
I was freaking right. Oh.
In the boat, in the boat.
Everybody starts running towards the boat.
I'm swimming.
You're swimming. The Goliath runs out, tries to grab the rope off the yard to give him up, but it was put in there too well, and he can't quite reach it out.
Dang.
I need you to make an athletics check just to pull it out of the ground.
20.
20. You grab it, flex your bicep. You can see the veins start to pop as he pulls it up. He manages to break the stick in half, brings it up, puts it in between his teeth, and starts rowing, falling down, pulling the boat along over his back. You can see the gnome and the half of them kind of just sitting back there, just like,
Chilling
this is
in the
a
boat.
nice boat cruise. As you can see where the stake was, those creatures kind of pull up, kind of hiss at you, and start to go back in their holes, digging back down. As this Goliath is just rolling back and forth to the edge of the swamp.
That was terrifying. We're not dead yet.
It
They can get
wasn't,
underneath the water.
Just float in the middle of the water in the boat. Probably not wise.
No, get out of the water. Out of the water! I want out of the water!
Yeah, you're swimming right through. You get to the other side there.
Yeah.
As we're swimming,
Yep.
I whistle, or not whistle, but I talk to the fish and get them to
Make me go faster.
make you uncomfortable.
You
Swim
feel
where the light don't shine.
roll a d20. Just roll a
I'm a
d20.
dick.
We're in times of crisis. If you want to pull this, 10.
Have
10?
Fish swim up your head.
You seem to enjoy the nice little kind of caressing around your whole body. Then you do feel a slight, but for the most part, you clench and you feel pretty good about the whole situation. You get to the edge of the pond, and get to the edge of the pond, disembark, kind of pull little fish out,
Oh,
kind of stand up and dry off a little
I'm
bit.
just laughing and laughing and laughing in the boat.
Okay.
As you guys look up, it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Fairly still bright out. There's no fog left in the area.
Okay.
It's fairly nice, but you get the rest of the day.
Let's go back to Magdalene's.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys want to head back?
I start skipping.
Okay. You didn't do. You can hear that from your pot as you're skipping along. That little slushing sound. You guys continue on, and you get to where you make a perception check
All right.
as you skip merrily.
21.
21. You are 100% sure that you followed the right trail. You're 100% sure that this is where you stopped. You're 100% sure there is nothing here left. It's just swamp.
To the town.
To town.
All right. As you skip by, you find a little rag doll on the ground.
I pick it up.
Yeah. There's red hair, there's yarn. Seems very familiar. And you continue on over.
On our way to the path beside Andrew's farm.
Yep. You head off to Andrew's farm there.
Yep.
As you get there, you notice that the house that was all ransacked and rotten, you look at it and it's actually a decent looking house. Like, it was not as bad as you thought it was.
I go in.
You go in? It looks like a little
Or
furnished.
knock on the door first, I guess.
There's no door, it was knocked down.
Okay.
before. It's the same layout. It just looks like it wasn't rotting and dilapidated. It seems to be almost like it was, just left there for about 2-3 weeks. But nothing too rotten about it. But you look out in the field and there is nothing really growing. There was those weird kind of blue-looking crystals that were growing out of the ground. There's like maybe 4 of them instead of the hundreds that were.
Kind of looks like our Magdalene friend made things back the way they were. It's me.
Looks like it to me.
I'm just gonna leave the little doll there.
All right.
Put it back where we figure it goes.
Yeah, you find there's a small little bed off in the corner. There's like this. There's these one. It's not. It's a little bit bigger than a twin. You can assume that's where the parents slept.
Yeah.
There is in the one other corner a small little room where you assume that the daughter slept. And you just set it on the bed there, and you hear a little girl's laugh as you set it on the bed.
That's not terrifying.
But you hear that.
Run like hell.
Yeah, all horror movies have little girls laughing. Let's just get out of there.
All right, so you guys just book her out of the head, book her out towards back to town.
Oh yeah.
You guys run a little bit out of the farmway there, and you can notice there's not any fog at all. The heavy cloud darkness that was in this area is gone. You guys start making your way
It's a good sign.
back there, and you get back into the tavern. It's around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock now by the time you get there, and once again, even from the outside, you can hear people are all in there. All those farmers are back in there partying. You have to realize, this town's small enough, they're just partying in this little tavern the whole time. You get back in there, and once again, you see Landon is there, serving his beer, getting ready for everything. You guys walk in through the door, and the party doesn't stop. Everyone's still excited about everything. You see Landon kind of look at you like, "Oh, you guys are back. Great, yeah. Beers, yeah. Rooms are still up there for you, nice and clean. I'm a little bit busy. We'll talk later, yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
As we walk in and I see it's all busy, I have a beer and step out.
You step out. You guys are,
Just have a beer and then I'm gonna go head up and clean up.
alright.
Yep.
You head up and clean up.
Have a drink and then go head up and take a long rest.
Very nice. Alright, and you went out of the bar.
I'm looking for fishing equipment.
You're looking for fishing equipment.
You could just call the fish to you and grab
Exactly, because I can't feel this time.
Yeah. You
Just say,
you
come
look
with me.
around me. Okay, make an investigation check.
Okay. I'm quite determined to be a fisherman in this game.
You were
Investigation, that would be 20 total.
20 total. You look around the area, and there's no real general store. You're looking around, and there's absolutely nothing like that. The only places in here seem to be these small little residences, these farmyards that grow these mushrooms and those crystals, and the tavern. That's all you can find. There's no major area, and there's nobody really in town to ask either. You can't really find anything like that.
Well, I go back to the tavern.
All right, you go back into the tavern. It's still bustling, ready to go. Your friends have all went upstairs. You can see in the one corner that your bard friend, feeling rejuvenated, is playing his little ditty out in the corner, making a few gold pieces as he's ready. And, yeah.
I scope out the tavern for a nice-looking girl.
All right. You see, there's a few barmaids that have been there before, and you've seen them, and they're pretty decent looking for the area. A little rougher than normal, but for the small town. And you approach one. Yes, miss. Yes, Mister. What can I do for you?
Just gonna summarize. I tried to convince her to go up into my room with me.
All right. Roll persuasion check with disadvantage. Was that a 1?
I got 4.
A 4 total. The scoff is heard upstairs. Just walks away. You get the feeling that you actually have to talk to them for them to.
Yeah, but I'm no good at doing that.
Well,
You need sex now.
that's what I got.
That's my line. That is my line.
All right. So as you guys all have a drink, have a nice little evening time.
Produce.
You settle down for the evening. You guys enjoy your beers, your drinks, get ready, and fall off to sleep. And that's where we'll end her for today.